So hey there, beautiful people. Today we are talking about 5 foods that are high in fat, low in carbs that will help you to gain greater health as well as weight loss. You may not need to even lose weight, and these are great foods for you. So you're gonna want to stick around. So, hey there, this is Lindy Ford, registered dietitian, clinical and licensed nutritionist, and nutrition detective. So if you like this video, just please give it a like, a thumbs up, as well as subscribing to this channel. I just would love to have you here. If you are a new subscriber, just tell me below, and I'd love to greet you and welcome you into this YouTube family, as well as hitting the bell, because the bell will tell you when new videos come up and you're not going to want to miss any of them. We are talking high fat today, and y'all know, if you've been with me for any amount of time, you know how I love my healthy fats because I know what they can do for you. But these are like probably my 5 top favorites. I'm leaving my absolute favorite for the end. It might not surprise some of you guys, but I'm leaving that one to the end. But there's really no particular order of the other ones. So the very first one is walnuts. Really any nuts. Now peanuts are not a nut, they are a legume, but any other nuts are great too, but walnuts kind of reign supreme. I love me some walnuts. Guys, we just forget to buy them sometimes. It is great to eat them raw, but what I wouldn't do is buy any kind of commercially roasted nuts. And the reason for that is just because of the crappy oils that they are roasted in. What I do is I actually mix nuts a lot of times. I'll put walnuts and almonds and whatever I have raw in the house, and I'll put them on a baking sheet. And I spray them with olive oil spray. Now, I have not found avocado spray. If you have found it, please comment below. I need me some avocado oil spray, and I haven't found that yet. So I just spray them, and then I put some iodized sea salt. Remember, iodine is so important for your thyroid function. I am always low in that. Iodized sea salt, and then I roast them for about 5, 7, 8 minutes until they're golden brown. I put them in a glass container with a lid, with a plastic lid, and I store them in the refrigerator so they don't go bad. And my husband eats off of those, I eat off of those, I put them on salads, I eat them as a snack. They're a great healthy snack. But walnuts, why walnuts? They are so high in fat, just so incredibly high in fat. And I know you've heard people say don't eat too many nuts because they're too high calorically and with fat, but I say eat your walnuts because they're the highest of all of the nuts in omega-3s. I'm going to link a link below about omega-3s. They are the king of fats. Guys, we need more of them. We need more omega-3s. We just don't get enough, and we're just getting way too many polyunsaturated omega-6 fats. But what they have in them, they have B vitamins, they have iron, selenium, zinc. B vitamins, guys, we again don't probably get enough of them. They're great for our nervous system, for anxiety, for energy. B vitamins help our bodies to create energy. So they are my number 1. Number 2, and this may surprise you, is full-fatted avocado or olive oil dressing. Not so easy to get hold of. And when I say that to people, when I say full fatted dressings, they just drop their jaw. And because I have people coming in, they're so proud because they get the lower calorie dressings, and I say don't consume dressings with tons of sugar. If it tastes sweet, don't consume it. It is not good for you. It's not good for your salad. But these dressings are more of the full fat, and I love, again, the avocado oil. I love the olive oil, but you have to read your labels because 90% of them in your grocery stores are soybean or vegetable oil. Those are the those are the bad fats that I don't want you to have. Those are the heart unhealthy fats, and they lead to inflammation in your body. So if any kind of inflammatory, most diseases are inflammatory related, but you need to reduce those polyunsaturates. The ones that I like, now there are only 3 that I buy, because I don't know of any others right now. If you have a favorite avocado oil, olive oil, dressing, real olive oil, complete olive oil, no soybean oil in it, or vegetable or canola oil, then please let me know, comment below. But the one that I'm using right now, this is in my refrigerator, it's still cold. It is the Sir Kensington's. I like their mayonnaise, I like a lot of their products. So this is Sir Kensington, but I also use something called Primal Kitchen. Now this is their Greek. You can use these as marinades. They make wonderful marinades. This is their Greek avocado oil. This, and you can tell that I have used that. That is the Primal Kitchen. And then the other one, here's another Sir Kensington. This is a really, really good one. This is a vinaigrette made with olive, what's it made with? I don't even know. I think it's either avocado or olive oil. So it's a good one. It's the pepperoncini Italian. And then also this is, I have not tried this. I just bought this today from a health food store. I cannot wait to try this. It's called lemon garlic. It's a lemon garlic, kind of like, I don't even know what it would be, but it just says lemon garlic. So it's kind of like a ranch, but it's by Chosen Foods. And this is pure olive, the ingredient, avocado oil. The ingredients are so lovely, guys. They're like water, lemon juice, and avocado oil. So here is the Chosen Food one. So anyway, they're more expensive, guys, hands down. Where I get most of my dressings is Vitacost. I did buy that today at a store. It wasn't on sale. It was like $8, okay? More expensive. Those kind of oils, the pure olive oils and the avocado oils, are always going to be more expensive. So I try to go on Vitacost once a month. They do a grocery sale of 20% off. So I feel better about buying those on Vitacost.com. Okay, so my third high-fat, low-carb food that I love. You guys are probably not real surprised on this one, but would be salmon. Of course, you know, good Pacific salmon, which is what you want, a Pacific salmon. Fresh is wonderful. Oh my gosh, I went to a get-together a couple weeks ago. A friend of mine had smoked her own salmon. I mean, I could have eaten the entire, she brought a salmon like this. It was so great. Carol did that. It was wonderful. But I'm never doing that. So there's a couple ways I buy salmon. I don't buy fresh salmon. My husband doesn't love salmon, okay, but I sneak it in other ways, and let me tell you how I do that. Just know this, that you can buy Atlantic farm raised if it comes from like Earth Fare or Whole Foods, or a place where you know they are doing the checking on that farm raised. For, you know, any other place, I would only buy Pacific. In fact, the next kind of salmon I want to tell you about is smoked salmon. All right, and this is, I feel like this is so awful, because you have to read the label. You have to know where your salmon's coming from, because I looked at a smoked salmon that said the title was Pacific whatever, Pacific Isle or whatever. So you're thinking that that is Pacific salmon. It was not. It was Atlantic salmon. That was not one of those regulated ones. So be really careful with that. And also the thing you need to look at with your smoked salmon would be like how much sugar is added to it. This Trader Joe's one, this Nova salmon, even my 8-year-old likes it. So what I do with it, and I'm kind of in a craze with this right now, is I don't know, I think I've mentioned the Seate products, but this is the Seate cashew flour tortilla. They are expensive. I got these on sale. Love the ingredients. Love the fact that they're lower carb and no grain. And so they have really, really high quality, amazing ingredients in them. What I'll do is I'll put some, maybe some organic cream cheese with my salmon and roll that up, and that's a great breakfast for me. So that is something you could do. The other thing is, don't forget, this is so economical and makes salmon so economical, is that you can buy the Alaskan or Pacific pink salmon or any kind of salmon in a can. Again, this is Trader Joe's. I also like Wild Planet. I think that's a great brand, but canned salmon is amazing. You do have to sometimes, like, they have sometimes tiny little bones, and I just don't get all excited about that. They're so tiny that you can almost crush them right into the salmon. But what I do is I make salmon cakes. I haven't done it in a while. I'm going to do that probably this week. I love salmon cakes because somebody who doesn't like salmon can still eat salmon cakes. They're really, really good. And I have a great low carb, no grain, no flour or anything recipe on my website, Lindy Ford Nutrition and Wellness, lindyfordwellness.com. So please go on there if you want a great, they're just called Lindy's Salmon Cakes, and they're in the recipe section. Okay, so don't forget about your canned salmon and also your smoked salmon. There's just different ways of getting it. Just wanted to give you an idea of how much omega-3s it has in it. Oh, and then before I do that, I want to tell you guys how important omega-3s are. Of course, for our health, our circulation, our everything. I mean, they help every cell of our body. But just to let you know that the countries that consume the most fish, or the most, of this omega-3s, they're getting it from fish products. They actually have the lowest rates of depression because there's a piece of that omega-3 called EPA that helps so much with your brain health and with depression. So just remember that. I love supplementing. I also supplement with omega-3s with the Pro Omega 2000 that I love so much. But I'm just saying salmon is one of those high fat, really good fat, low carb foods that I want you to consume more of. The salmon actually has, like, if you were to look at salmon compared to hamburger, it actually has 30 to 50 times more omega-3s than ground beef. Okay, so my next item, number 4, are eggs. I love eggs, and that yolk, it has a lot of fat in it, and it is healthy fat. Now, I just did a video on the JAMA 2019 study about eggs. I'm going to link that below. You can watch that. Please don't fear cholesterol. Please, please. Dietary cholesterol has very little to do with our blood cholesterol levels or even heart disease. And I've explained all of that. But there is a caveat with animal protein. So this goes kind of with salmon too, in that I really am asking my patients not to eat too much animal protein. So you could go wrong doing that. So I'm telling them no more than 4 ounces for women and no more than 6 ounces for men per meal, because after a certain point your body just says enough is enough, and even though it has 0 carbs in it, it starts to create an insulin response. I'm going to talk about it every single video. An insulin response means fat storage. So up until that point, your body's like, yeah, I love this, love me some protein. But after that point, then you're going into fat storage. So you don't want to overdo it on eggs because of the protein and not because of the fat. But eggs are so amazing, guys. They have a huge amount of nutrients in them. B vitamins, including a really important one. They're like the highest with something called choline. Choline is so important for brain health, and so that's a great thing. It's one of the only foods that has vitamin D in it naturally. Selenium, that is something that especially people like me who have thyroid problems, we need more selenium, and it has a great amount of selenium in it, as well as vitamin A. So again, I like the pastured eggs. I look for the pastured. Almost every store has them, or just get them from a local farm where the chickens are running around being happy chickens. Okay, eggs are so versatile, guys. I'm telling you, you could devil your eggs. You can have, just hard-boiled eggs, or you can, they're so versatile, and they make great snacks, and so eat your eggs and don't be afraid of them. All right, number 5. You probably knew I was going to say this, but just can't help myself. I can't help myself. I can't help but sing the praises of the avocado. So avocados are amazing, guys. In fact, it's kind of funny when I have patients come into my office who say to me, you know, someone had given them nutrition advice, like, don't eat too many avocados because they are so high in fat and calories. Guys, that's the opposite. Eat more avocados. Let me tell you why. You don't need to really limit them, because most of these calories are coming from a healthy fat, a monounsaturated fat that we know is great for our heart and for our waistline, okay? And plus, there's other benefits of it as well, and that is the vitamin and mineral content. There's over 20 vitamins and minerals. It's like a little vitamin pill. Well, big vitamin pill. That's a big vitamin pill. But the big thing too is the fiber. A medium avocado has like 13 grams of fiber. So you take that healthy fat and you marry it to fiber, and what's going to happen is that's going to whittle your waistline. That fat and fiber together is going to stabilize your blood sugars. It's going to give you satiety, which means you're not going to be as hungry after you eat an avocado. You're going to consume less calories probably later on in your day. There's all types of ways. You can put it on a salad, you can put it in a smoothie. There's probably never a time, I just really can't think of a time where we don't have avocados in the house, unless it's just between grocery trips or whatever. But what I've done lately is eaten just a lot of guacamole. I've eaten guacamole for breakfast. My 8-year-old has eaten guacamole for breakfast. I know that sounds crazy, but it's so great for your body. And what I've done lately, and this is another thing that I got off of VitaCost, is I'm not into squeezing. I mean, some of you are. Great. Squeeze your, real limes, lemons. I do that once in a while when they're on sale, but I buy this Lakewood organic lemon juice. Let me just show it to you, as well as the Santa Cruz organic pure lime juice. And I switch back and forth. Sometimes I'll use lemon juice, sometimes I'll use lime juice. I'll put stuff in it. I'll put some spices in it. I love guacamole. So that is a great way to get in your avocados. So I hope that was helpful for you. I love all these foods. I use them all the time. And also remember, especially like with the salad dressings, the walnuts, when you pair those healthy fats with your veggies or your salads or whatever you're pairing it with, you're going to have better absorption of vitamins and minerals, because those fats help the vitamins and minerals to absorb more readily in your body. So thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so happy you're here. And again, subscribe to this channel. Also, you can follow me on Instagram. You can follow me on YouTube and Twitter and LinkedIn and everywhere. And I hope you do. And just tell me that you saw me on YouTube. That'd be great if you could tell me that. And just remember that every single person deserves the freedom to live their best life. Thank you.